It's about believing. And if you are a believer too, you've come to the right place.
A storm brews in the desert as the two giants of the game go hammer and tongs at each other. Who will rise from the dunes? Witness this cricketing drama unfold. Sean Properties presents Hire Cup 2014, Pakistan versus Australia, only on 10 Sports.
This event is brought to you in association with ग्रिप सर्विस जैसे ही तो फिक्र कैसी.
The tale of a champion, his struggle, his battle, and his triumph. Will his jubilation last long? When the legions stand roaring for their stake on the French glory. The French League.
Who've never won the gold at an Asian Games before. They had silver in 2010, silver in 2006, and way back a long time ago, in 1958, they had silver as well. Lost to Japan that time too. Lost to Japan in Guangzhou as well. Could it be third time lucky for the Iranians here? Koshikawa hoping not. It's been an absolutely fantastic final so far. I've got to say, Japan have stood up to the test, particularly in the first two sets. But they came up a little short in that third set. The volleyball from Iran was top-notch. They're going to go with Koshikawa to serve first. See if they can get into an early lead here, Japan. He's been the player to do the majority of the damage on serve. Scrapping around again, but they've done well to deal with that. Block coming in, though, for Japan. Can they get another block in? They can't. And Koshikawa's serve comes to an end. They've just adapted and started to learn how to win the points on the Koshikawa serve. And that really has been a big game changer for Iran. They were conceding about 5 or 6 in a row to him. But the last 3 or 4 times Koshikawa served, they've just, well, won the point straight away. Japan, though, win that point. Complaints from the Iranian team. There's Ishikawa. Well, they think it's hit the antenna there. He may have had a valued claim. It'll be Fushimi to serve his first serve of the contest so far. Switched down and coming down the middle is Gamey. Big hit. Fushimi couldn't quite react to it. It's quite tough to get low down to the ground when you are 6'9" tall. Floated in. Ishikawa underneath it, a little bit close to the net, but it was well reached by Fukatsu, and the dummy runner proved a good little bluff. Koshikawa coming in behind the dummy runner. Nikita going up, that's where the blocker followed. Open court for Koshikawa to finish. Fukatsu, well, was going out, but Ibadipur plays it. Here comes Ibadipur again. Well, doesn't matter in the end that he played it. There is Ibadipur again for Iran. Fires it in, but fires it long. Just a third service fault for Iran. Ibadipur's first. Doesn't like those service errors, does he, Kovac? I think they're going to go to the left then here. Let's have a look and see what Ishikawa does. Well, can't really find out because he's gone straight into the net. Musavi next up for Iran. Nagano with it. Both teams are yet to get a 2-point advantage in this fourth set. Crunching hit that time. There is Nikita again. 4-point ball game. 4 points each, that is. Haven't seen too many of those. Timely one though from Maru Flakrani. 2 from 4 on his spikes. And the blocker's just too slow to react to that one. Excellent play. Well, it was looking like it could have glided out, causing confusion. But it's a point to Japan. I think Fukatsu's hand was touched by an Iranian. They don't think so, Iran. Kovac is also screaming from the side, by the way. There he is. Gonna have to get on with things. Let's have a look at this. Well, I think Fukatsu has got his fingertips on that one, so you can understand why the referee has made that call. There is Shimizu. It's a pounding serve, isn't it? But Iran able to get the knife down, but Japan responding. This could be the first point on serve in this set. Could be a momentum setter. Here's Fukatsu with the set, but it isn't. It's a block kill instead for Iran. Super play from Gulami. Second block kill for him. Just took it a little late there, Toshikawa. And Gulami anticipating it. Brilliant defense from Iran. Chanso there for a steal for Japan in that point. Unable to take it. Still a 1-point game. And it's gamey. Could go over. Oh, that's clever from Fukatsu. Going up as if he was going to set it to a teammate in the middle. And just using, I was going to say the back of his hand, but actually did use his 4 fingers in front of them. Just turning his wrist around. There's Toshikawa. Big serve, but too big. Again, doesn't pick up a point on serve. It's got to be a little worrying for Nambu. It was his serve that got them into situations where they should have won the first 2 sets, but in the end they ended up winning one of the first 2 sets. Floated in, Toshikawa underneath it, Fukatsu just getting there. It's going to be kept alive by Nagano. Here comes Shimizu, or was it going out? It must have been touched because Gamey played it. It's a battle at the net, Fukatsu's underneath it. Here's Nagano setting it up, and Shimizu missing it. And that will take us to the first technical timeout. For the first time in the match, a team has a 2-point advantage, and that team is Iran, 8-6. Plenty of friends and family here for this Iranian team as they look to make history. I said at the end of that last point, it was the first time a team had a 2-point advantage in the whole match. Of course it isn't in the whole match, in this set, that is. Iran with a 2-point advantage, 8-6. Coming in is Ishikawa, not a 2-point advantage anymore. Not the best of receptions, but good job. Mahmoudi was a fair way to the side, so Iran able to still keep in the point, but not for much longer. First time in the set that Japan have won a point on serve. There is the Japanese female volleyball team getting behind their team. They were denied a medal, incidentally. Lost out to Thailand in the third-fourth playoff. Stronger Japanese team, though, is at the World Championships in Italy at the moment. So they weren't really expected to get a medal this time. Big shot coming in Badapur with it. 6 from 20. Just guided in. Fukatsu. It's a little bit of a mess for Japan. Here come Iran. It's even more of a mess this time. The decision goes their way. Nikita, the one to be a little bit frustrated. I don't think he agreed with the decision. He's not going to argue it as much as the Iranians, though. No, he hasn't got anything to argue about there. Clearly touching the net. Mahmoudi. 2-point advantage back for Iran. And if they can keep this until the end, they will be gold medal winners. Shimizu, though, pounding one down from the opposite side. Fukatsu again, serving it low. And they've switched it really cleverly out to this opposite side. Brilliant reception skills, though, by Shimizu. It's a bit of a mess. I think two players called at the same time there, both saying yours. Badapur, too much. Second service error for him, fourth for Iran. In terms of service faults coming into this matchup, they're at 81, Iran, which is 11 more than Japan, incidentally. Talking about service faults, there's one from Ishikawa. But they had 47 aces, Iran. Japan with 35, next best in this competition. Haven't seen too many service aces today. They just one apiece for each team. Here comes Koshikawa down the line. It was well read by Mahmoudi. They switch it out to Gamey. Deflected up in the air, which helps Fukatsu out. It's going to be set by Nagano. Big spike from Koshikawa. Again, it's well defended by Iran. That's too much on it, though. Not sure what Mahmoudi was looking to do there. He was, well, his radar was well off. Next up to serve then Nikita for Japan. Had to be a low set, but it goes out from Koshikawa. Couldn't get his arm sorted in time. Not too much of a celebration that time from Gamey, which is unusual for him. Edging very slowly, creeping if you like, towards the gold medal at the moment, Iran. Still plenty left to play though in this set. 13-11 the score. Fukatsu serving, sorry, Fukatsu setting. Fushimi couldn't get it done. He hasn't really been asked to do a lot on the attack. I think Fushimi has touched the net, or it was Koshikawa, one of the two. Either way, point going to Iran. Can't let them get away too far now, Japan. Yeah, I think it may have even been both of them. Maruf Akrani, straight to Ishikawa. Here comes Shimizu. Was it touched? It was. So it will be a point to Japan. Big point for them to win there. So just a couple of points in a row for Iran, rather than a run of points, really. I think the Iranian fans know they are near. And Shimizu just missed it. I understand why he went for it. Would have been an ace. There weren't too many Iranians around in that section of the court. Now, how many times have Gamey picked up points for Iran on serve? Still yet to hit an ace. Throws that one very far out in front. Koshikawa, though, with a wonderful cushioned reception. Is that fired wide? It is, though, from Koshikawa. Errors beginning to pile up for Japan, and as we hit the second technical timeout, it's Iran with a 16-12 lead. Well, Iran need 9 more points to be crowned Asian Games champions. But there's no doubt about Japan are going to continue to fight like they have done all through this tournament. They're undefeated in the tournament, remember. They've been in this situation before. They were up against it against India in the quarterfinals and were able to battle their way through it. Can they do it again? The only problem for them is that they're up against a team who, no disrespect to India, have been so formidable this year. Finds the corner, wonderful spike from Ibadipur. Wasn't much margin for error here. Going with the right hand across the court and right into the corner. Just need to keep doing that, keep winning the points that Japan are serving on, and Iran will win the title. Good reception from Koshikawa. There's a block kill. Their advantage is extended. And we have to say he's probably been the man of the match. Musavi, 6 block kills to his name. He's 14 from 18 on the spikes. And it's a timeout for Japan. Well, will the team talk have an effect on Japan? It needs to. They've got one team, they've got one timeout, I beg your pardon, left Japan to use. Ishikawa low down, doing well just to get to the ball. Here's Ishikawa up against 3 blockers though, and it drops in. It's another block kill. Momentum continuing for Iran. Can they carry it all the way? 3 of them going up. I think it was a joint effort, although it should really be given, I think, again to Musavi. What a game Musavi is having. A lot of the talk was about Mahmoudi before this game, but it's all been about Musavi. Apologies though from Galami there. He's had another fantastic game as well. Second service error though for him. He's 9 from 14 on the spikes. 2 block kills. Fushimi for Japan. They need a run from somewhere here, Japan. Kept up by Ibadipur, and it'll be Ibadipur again to hit down. Fushimi doing well to react to that one. Koshikawa just sending it back up. It's going to be tipped. Oh, and it's tipped backwards. It's going to be a point for Japan. They needed that one. Fushimi they have to thank for that. Excellent reactions from him. Zarif just trying to organise on the Iranian side. Fushimi to serve. Floated out the back. Didn't get that one right at all for Shimi. Iran making a couple of substitutions. Madavi on. In fact, it's just the one substitution. Madavi, they usually do Madavi and Mirzayanpour. Just Madavi this time. Well, it was almost kept up there. That would have been incredible. Ishikawa, that continues to impress. 17 from 33 now. His percentage has gone above 50% on it. I feel like I'm at a football match right now with the way the Iranian fans are singing and on their feet. There you go, you can see them all there. They know it's close. Gold is close, it's been kept up. It's going to not quite creep over the net. Oh, he's done brilliantly well there, but Ibadipur finishing it off. Ishikawa just had to get it up and over. And rather than standing and watching it, Ibadipur was on his toes to finish it. Kovac knows he's close to another gold medal. They've won gold at the Asian Championships. Kovac has won the Olympic Games as a player. He's now 4 points from adding the Asian Games to a long, long CV. Koshikawa looks on. Here's Tashikori. Ishikawa down, it's too much though. It's an easy pickings for Musavi. Gobbled it up. Just a couple of times now. Ishikawa is a little heavy-handed. And it is a last Japanese timeout. They'll be hoping that this isn't the last of the match, but they're going to have to go some for it not to be. Let's listen in. There's going to be some parties tonight, that's for sure, if Iran can see this one through. It would be some recovery from Japan. But they've shown a lot of spirit all through these Asian Games. Can't write them off just yet. They're just going to keep plugging away. And as I say, if you see how the likes of Koshikawa has put runs together on the serve. Remember in the first set they were trailing 18-13 and then ended up being 20 points to 18 ahead by the end of a serve. Hasn't gone from them just yet. Substitution for Iran. There is Ibadipur back on. Crunching serve from Ishikawa. Big hit now coming in. It's kept alive by Nagano. Fukatsu to set it up for Shimizu, who comes down on the right side this time. Talked about them getting a run together. There's 2 points in a row. Now it's Kovac's turn to call a timeout. Japan will want to get closer because they know nerves may well affect Iran. Let's listen in to Kovac's team talk.
Nothing, the guys. Hey, first reception. These guys very strong reception. If after timeout, no strong, please try to be aggressive.
And all I heard there was try to be aggressive. Well, the Japanese fans that are here still trying to encourage their team, but they're being a little drowned out, I have to say, by this rowdy Iranian lot. You can understand it that they've never won gold at an Asian Games. 4 points from it. Ishikawa, another fine serve. It's really well cushioned though by Gamey, who steams in. And this time Shimizu is unable to get the block. It's another football-like celebration from Gamey. Wound up on that one. Hammers it down with the left arm. Yonyama, what effect will he have? There is the star of the final so far, Musavi, to serve it in. There's the block kill. For once it's not from Musavi, it's Galami with his third. And they're within touching distance. Cool, calm celebration. It wasn't Galami, it was Madavi with his first block kill. He hadn't contributed anything else to the match in terms of his stat line. Match point Iran. Can they get another block kill? They can't this time. Koshikawa makes sure that the match will go on. Going in between them. Yanagida needs to win at least 5 points in a row here to deny Iran what looks like it will be a certain gold. Maruf Lakrani, the captain, back on. Where Iran was celebrating on the bench. They think they've got it, and they have. They were denied by Japan in 1958. They were denied by Japan in 2010. But this time, Iran win. In 2014, they end their wait for gold. For the first time in their history, Iran have won gold at an Asian Games, and they get revenge on Japan for 4 years ago. It was a brilliant final. The first 2 sets particularly were sensational, but then their class shone through. Sheer delight for Iran. They have defeated Japan in 4 sets. 28-26, 23-25, 25-19, 25-19. It was an awesome effort from Japan, particularly for those first 2 sets. Really, they may well look back and think they lost it in the first set where they were in the ascendancy. 23 points to 20, they were ahead. But all those victories that Iran have had this year in a number of competitions, such as the World Championships and the World League, you think just stood them in good stead. And this time they get over the line.